Hello everyone, my name is Anup and I am presenting this case study on ethics, law and cybersecurity. This presentation focuses on real-world style scenario where an employee leaks sensitive customer data to the media. The employee claimed they acted ethically to expose company malpractice, but in the company argues this was a clear violation of data protection law and confidentiality agreements. This case is important because it highlights the tension between ethical responsibility and legal compliance in cybersecurity. Understanding this balance is critical for professional companies and regulators. As a cybersecurity consultant, my role is to provide independent evidence-based analysis. My objectives are threefold: to evaluate the technical method used in the breach, to analyze how company policies align with statutory law, to provide a framework for resolving the crisis and preventing future incidents. In other words, I am here to act as a neutral advisor, looking at both sides of the issue and guiding the company forward accountability and better practices. Here what's happened. An employee used privileged access to bypass security measures and transferred unencrypted datasets to a media company. The stolen data included personally identified information, names, address, and transaction history of more than 50,000 customers worldwide. The immediate impact was severe. The company reputation dropped, stock value fell by 15%, and the vendor trust was suspended. This shows how one insider action can cause massive damage, not just technically but financially and socially. This incident is critical for three reasons. Privacy reasons: 50 individuals are now vulnerable to identity theft and phishing. Second is ethical paradox. The employee claimed a duty of society but bypassed secure reporting channels. Third, global legal exposure. Regulator may impose fines up to 4% of annually worldwide turnover 60 GDPR. So the case isn't just about one employee, it's about the ripple effect on customer, regulators and the company survival. From a legal perspective, UK laws applies here. The Data Act Protection 2018 criminalized unauthorized disclosure of personal data. The Company Misuse Act 1990 prohibits unauthorized access and data that impair computer system. Since the company operates globally, the EU GDPR also applies due to its extraterritorial reach. This means the company and the employee action are not just a company issue, they are the prospective under multiple judicial jurisdictions. GDPR apply. Under GDPR, the employee violated key principle, integrity and confidentiality. Data was not kept secure. Purpose limitation: data collected for business was misused for public disclosure. Accountability: the company, as the controller, remains liable for failing to prevent the leak. So, even though the employee acted alone, the company is still responsible under GDPR for not having the stronger safeguards. Data Protection Act 2018. The UK Data Protection Act make it a criminal offence to knowingly or recklessly disclose personal data without consent. It also examines whether the company provided adequate technical and organizational measures. If not, the board may share liability. This shows both the individuals and the company held accountable under UK law. Under the Computer Misuse Act, Section 1, unauthorized access using credentials outside one's job role. Section 3. Acts intended to impair system integrity. The employee ethically intent does not excuse the technical liability of unauthorized access. These laws make clear that the good intention cannot justify breaking into system or leaking data. Beyond law, the employee breached contractual trust. They signed an NDA and cybersecurity policy. The action violated duty of fidelity to the employee, civil liability for damage and cleanup cost, ground for summary dismissal due to gross misconduct. So, even they believe they were acting ethically, they broke the promises they made when they joined the company. Whistleblowing and legal disclosure. Could this be whistleblowing? Under the Public Interest Disclosure Act, report must go through prescribed channels like internal auditors or regulators. Going directly to the media is only protected in extreme cases. By leaking PII, the employee likely provided whistleblower protection. Verdict: illegal methods are not just excused by ethical intent. This is a key lesson: whistleblowing must follow legal channels. Ethically, the employee claimed for act for society. But the corporate reality is that confidentiality was breached. The core conflict: can personal moral judgments override mandatory obligation to protect data system? This is where ethics and law collide. Intent versus consequences. Domatoli teaches us that actions are judged by their inherent rightness or wrongness. Breaking through confidentiality agreement is inherent wrongly. If every employee leaked data when they felt it was right, system would collapse. Thus, ethical intent does not justify breaking cybersecurity protocols. This is the categorical imperative: rules must apply universally, not selectively. Cybersecurity professionals are bound by three principles: confidentiality, safeguarding customer data; integrity, maintaining trust in the role; accountability, using proper reporting channels. The employee violated all three. This shows why professional ethics are as important as technical skills. Cooperative ethical responsibility. Was the company innocent? Not entirely. Institutional failure. Malpractice indicates weak ethical culture, structural weakness. Lack of secure internal reporting channels may have driven the employee desperation. So both the employee and the company share responsibility. Ethical culture must come from leadership. Final verdict: employee. Illegal action under GDPR, DPA and CMA. Ethical intent does not excuse data theft. Company. Liable for failing to prevent the leak and for possible malpractice. Ethical verdict: motive justified, method unjustified. Innocent customers were harmed. This balanced view shows that both sides failed in different ways. What are the preventive measures? To prevent recurrence, implement secure anonymous whistleblowing channels. Deploy enhanced data loss prevention tool. Provide ethical training to distinguish whistleblowing from data theft. These steps strengthen both technical defenses and ethical culture. So, at last, what should be the consequences of this and what should be the conclusion of this? In conclusion, this case shows the depth connection between cybersecurity governance and corporate ethics. Integrity is not just about keeping hackers out, it's about maintaining ethical culture within. Customer trust is the ultimate asset and protecting is not negotiable duty. Thank you, just for today. Hope you like it.